No, they're very limited. They have 2 shelters, and they're always overcapacitated. You know, there's waiting lists for like years, and it's only on 2 parts of the island, and it makes it really hard. And we've had our share of being homeless on Maui, and not only is it expensive, but it's difficult. It's a beautiful place. Don't get me wrong; it's beautiful. But if you're camping somewhere and the cops don't like you or like the way you set up your tent or whatever, they'll come and they'll just chop it down, literally, and you'll have nothing. And they'll say, "Go," and they won't even give you. Maybe if you're lucky, you get 10 minutes to pack up your stuff. We've seen that happen many times. We've had to move a couple times, but we've been fortunate. They've always been nice to us, but it's still trying to find a spot where you're not on private property. You're not constantly seen going in and out where it attracts attention, and you can no longer live on the beach, unless you're in a home, and it's very difficult. It's very unresourceful over there, compared to here. It's just amazing the resources that they have. Never expected it. It's wonderful. I mean, there's another word, but you really can't express how it makes us feel, having people who care, people who go out of their way to create projects like this so that people can feel like they have a home, and not only have a home, but a safe home, and people that they can talk to that can relate to them instead of, having to kind of be careful on who you talk to about certain things and where you're at, and it's special. It's amazing. Thank you, Eric, and everybody. I mean, everyone, because without them, we wouldn't. Nobody would be able to experience this, and it's big heartful thanks and God bless. It's wonderful because you can live at the mission and be around the same kind of people, but it's negative. And if you are, in like a camp somewhere, it's still going to be negative because they're always complaining. But when you're in a community like this, everybody's on the same level. Everybody works together, trying to keep it looking nice, keep it up, helping each other. If somebody's sick, it's just natural for us to go, hey, what can we do for you? Or for vice versa, and that's not always given, in certain areas or certain groups of camping, and not have to worry about your stuff getting stolen, because what we have with us right here is all we have, and so once that's gone, you're like, even though it can be replaced, it takes money, it takes time, it puts a burden on yourself and it lowers you, but when you have people looking out for your back all the time, it's a wonderful feeling. And the fact that you can do it back to somebody, out to the other people, it's great. And everybody has their own different trade here, so it all works, and that's really cool. I have a part-time job, and having my own place is really helpful, and a safe place especially. Getting up in the morning, knowing that I have water that I can drink, you know, go to the bathroom, groom myself, get dressed, you know, and just feel like it's my own house, because it is, you know, and it's not waking up freezing cold, you know, and thankful I have a husband who keeps me warm at night, you know, but it's home, and that's the great thing about it. Having this space to ourselves is very meaningful, because we have that privacy that everybody wants, you know, whether it's in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, you know, forced to sleep, you know. But when you're at the mission, you have 64 women in one room sleeping, snoring, making noises, you know, you all share one bathroom, you know, you only have limited showers, you know, which is great, you know, you have a roof over your head, but you don't have that secure feeling, because you have to take a lot of your stuff with you, you know. And here I get to leave it at home. I don't have to worry about it. You know, homeless before we left Maui, so we had to find a spot, and we had to carry all of our important documents on our backs, you know, any food, water, we had to bring with us no matter where we went. And now I don't have to worry about that, and I know it's going to be safe. Nobody's going to come in and destroy, steal. Actually moved from Portland to Eugene, and we had looked up places to stay, and so we decided we wanted to try the Eugene mission, even though it was separate quarters, you know, and I really wasn't expecting all the rules that they had. You know, women have to be in at 6:30. No, you can't, even if you're married, you can't hold hands, you can't kiss, you know. It was very difficult staying there, but at the same time, it helped us as a couple grow. And I'd much rather stay at the mission than be on the streets, you know. I mean, I've lived in Maui for 15 years, used to hot weather, so wasn't sure how to prepare myself for coming back to the mainland after that long. You know, so I'm just, you know, but it's like you have those days where you wake up, you got to get up at 6 o'clock every morning. You got to eat breakfast at 7. You know, you got to be out by 2 o'clock. You can't come back till 4. You eat dinner at 5. You know, you can't bring your own food. You can't, you know, and having to carry all of that on your back is just, it drains you. And, you know, it's very, very draining, very, very hard, very depressing sometimes. Because, you know, when people see you with a backpack, they're like, oh, homeless person. That automatically, because you have a backpack, you know. At least in Maui. Here, because it's a college town, it's not as, you know, degrading, I guess. Or, I would say for your own peace of mind, for your own whatever, like anxieties, depression, any form of disabilities that you have, this would be the place to stay, because we're not just neighbors, we're family, and that's what everybody needs, whether they think they do or not. Because it's nice to have that somebody come up to you, hey, you know, how was your day? You know, or can I help you do something? Or being able to help them, you know, and not expect anything back. It's just all from the heart, you know, and that's what this place is, and it's wonderful, because then we can spread it. Maybe not having everybody come here, but we can spread. What's the word? spread happiness to other people, because even though we're in this situation, we're blessed. And to let other people know, hey, you know what? There are places for you to go if you're willing to just do what little bit, is required of you. And that's it. And it's really not that much. It's so easy, and it's a blessing. No, I mean, anybody who goes and applies, just make sure that you check in and call and be very persistent, because they get so many applicants, and only the ones that are truly really want to be here will be accepted. But they have to prove it by calling, by checking in, talking to Eric, leaving messages, and ask anybody, go on the street and just talk to somebody who's in a community, area like this, and feel free to ask any questions.